Hello and welcome back to the channel where flavor knows no borders. This is Food Around Me.
You thought Singapore was only about chili crab and laksa? Think again, part 2 is where things get weirder and wilder. From a fruit so smelly it's banned on trains but worshipped like treasure, to a street food that makes Americans run away at first sniff. The real question is, would you dare to try all 5? Satay. The very name already brings to mind smoke rising from charcoal grills, skewers sizzling, and fat dripping onto glowing embers, producing what Americans would call natural ASMR. It's the iconic street food of Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, yet it also feels like the distant cousin of American barbecue. Except here, there's a genius Asian twist: peanut sauce. What makes satay stand out isn't just the grilling, it's the orchestra of flavors. Meat, whether chicken, beef, lamb, or even chicken skin, is marinated in turmeric, galangal, lemongrass, and coconut milk. Each skewer, when cased by the flames, becomes smoky, sweet, spicy, and umami-rich. And the masterstroke, satay is never eaten alone. It's always dipped into a peanut sauce, nutty, savory, a little sweet, with a fiery chili kick that amplifies the meat's flavors. But satay is more than food, it's history and politics. Back in the day, hawkers in Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur, and Singapore would carry charcoal grills through narrow alleys. Satay was the food of the people, of sharing. It became a symbol of multicultural Southeast Asia: halal satay for Muslims, pork satay for Chinese communities, even vegetarian satay for Buddhists. One little skewer embodies religious coexistence, diversity, and cultural identity. Just grab a stick, dip, bite, and move on. Some Americans who tried it even confessed, "This is like barbecue, but portable and addictive." That's a jab straight to the ego, right? Some dishes look like mere snacks, yet they become cultural foundations. Kaya toast and kopi, the ultimate Singaporean combo, are the perfect example. At first glance, it's just toasted bread with coconut jam and a cup of coffee. But in reality, this is the breakfast of champions for Singapore. Kaya, the coconut jam made from coconut milk, eggs, sugar, and pandan leaves, is creamy, sweet, and fragrant with a hint of green freshness. Spread between crispy golden toast with a slice of cold butter, it creates harmony. Hot meets cold, rich meets sweet, crispy meets soft. Americans tasting it for the first time are shocked. They expect peanut butter or jelly, but kaya feels like a coconut custard 2.0, familiar yet exotic. One bite, and they admit, okay, this works. In Singapore, there's one dish that both fascinates and terrifies Western visitors at first sight: fish head curry. Just the name alone makes many Americans squirm. Wait. You eat the face? Yes, not only do Singaporeans eat it, they treasure it as the very essence of the dish. Fish head curry was born in the 1940s when Indian chefs in Singapore decided to blend their rich, spicy curry with a Chinese favorite, fish head. The result was a culinary hybrid: bold Indian flavors meeting Chinese ingredients. What came out of the pot? A fiery red curry, steaming hot, with a whole fish head staring back at you. Majestic for some, nightmare fuel for others. Americans are used to fillets boneless, skinless, faceless. So when confronted with a giant fish eye gazing at them, appetite disappears instantly. But in Singapore, the eye is considered a delicacy: silky, fatty, almost like natural collagen. The cheek meat, juicy, tender, the sweetest cut of all. In short, what Americans discard, Singaporeans treat as treasure. Yet beyond taste, fish head curry tells a story of society. It embodies Singapore itself, a meeting point of Indian, Chinese, and Malay influences. This dish belongs to no single group. It is the multicultural child of an immigrant city. Each bite carries not just spice and fat, but also history, coexistence, and the national spirit of multiracial harmony. And eventually, they learn a blunt truth. You cannot understand Singapore just by looking up at skyscrapers. To really know it, you must sit down, grab a spoon, and eat the fish's face. In Southeast Asia, there's one fruit both worshipped and cursed, durian, the king of fruits. Locals crave it, but for many Americans, the very first whiff sends them running. The reason? Its smell. A ripe durian can perfume or pollute an entire street. Some describe it as rich caramel, others say rotten onions, and a few insist it's like sour gas mixed with sweaty socks. No wonder hotels and trains in Singapore and Malaysia put up no durian signs. But here's the paradox. Once you survive the smell, you discover the heaven. The flesh is creamy, custard-like, buttery sweet, with a nutty aftertaste that lingers. Scientists found that durian contains over 40 different sulfur compounds, responsible for the hellish odor. Yet, its natural fats and complex sugars trigger dopamine, making your brain whisper, "More, please." And Americans, their first instinct is to scream, "Smells like hell." But if they dared to bite, they might just admit, "Tastes like heaven." That's when they finally understand. To truly love Southeast Asia, you must also learn to love the sweetness hidden inside the stench. In Singapore, when you ask for the ultimate street dessert, most people will point you straight to ice kacang, the rainbow-shaved ice. A giant mountain of ice, drenched in neon-colored syrups, looking more like a chemistry experiment than food, but tasting like a flavor carnival. The recipe is simple: a heap of finely shaved ice, splashed with syrup, then buried under red beans, sweet corn, grass jelly, palm seeds, sometimes even a scoop of ice cream or durian on top. It looks chaotic, but every spoonful is a surprise: cold, creamy, chewy, crunchy all at once. For Singaporeans, ice kacang is pure nostalgia, sweaty afternoons, bustling hawker centers, and childhood memories in a single bowl. It's more than dessert, it's social food. Rarely eaten alone, often shared across the table, spoon by spoon. Americans, on the other hand, look at it and ask, "Wait, is this dessert salad or some rainbow experiment gone wrong?" Because in the US, sweets follow strict categories: cake is cake, ice cream is ice cream.